I mean, I'll be supportive, but I ain't gonna like it.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe, and in today's video we're going to be doing a discussion video for today. We're going to be talking about the Walking Dead franchise, we're going to be talking about the Walking Dead Dead City Season 3, and the recent news that came out that Dead City Season 3 is going to be filming in a very just crazy location. They're going to be filming in France as of next week for Season 3 of Dead City. Judge? Are you okay? I think he's really mad.
Yeah, I think so. Marvin. Here we are again, Marvin.
So, I got a lot of your guys' reactions in yesterday's video, and I kind of wanted to do a bit of a follow-up because I was kind of surprised on hearing your guys' reception on it. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people hate the idea. A lot of people are indifferent with it. And then there's a lot of people that say, well, man, Dan, this could be a good thing. I'm surprised that you don't like this. I'm surprised that you're dissing this. Why are you dissing this, Dan? So, obviously, I listen to what you guys say. I'm going to come back with a response. I'm going to be honest. The reason that I hate this and the reason that I don't think it's a good idea is because we already did France. You know what I'm saying? Well, not only did we already did France, but why is Negan and Maggie going to France? You know what I'm saying? If it is them. If it isn't them and it's just some random Croat plot, then genuinely, what are we doing? Why are we wasting our time? You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll watch it because I'm sure it'll be entertaining. You know, you got Croat running around in France, you know. But again, what would be the ultimate point? You know what I'm saying? Like, there would not be an ultimate point. And then, if it was Negan and Maggie, I would just simply say this is getting goofy as hell. You know, that's why I called it, it's getting goofy yesterday. Because I am at a point with The Walking Dead where I genuinely don't think it's a good idea to be doing all these frickin' country hoppings and all these different things. I don't think it's benefiting the story. They're not utilizing it to its full potential. And I do not think that sending Negan and Maggie to France is going to help the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're sitting there saying, oh, well, people were disappointed that Daryl Season 2 didn't go into all the lore of France. Well, let's send Negan and Maggie there. It's like, no, that's that's not what we're asking for, you know? It's not what any of us are asking for. What we're asking for is the characters to come together. And then you may say, well, Dan, why aren't you happy, you know? Because I could tell this is the part that a lot of people didn't understand. Is, well, Dan, Negan and Maggie are getting closer to Daryl and Carol. You know, wouldn't you be happy that they're getting closer? No, because they're overseas. Why the fuck would I want to see them have a reunion overseas? Also, you're forgetting two fucking really important characters here. If you're going to do the crossover in fucking France, if that's your brilliant idea, Gimple, then how's about this then? Where is Rick and Morgan? Where are the two most prominent characters that we've been asking a reunion for? Negan and Maggie seeing Daryl and Carol is going to be the most, oh, that's nice. All right, moving on. Like, that's not going to have an impact for me. They've recently seen each other at the end of the original show. That is not going to make a difference to me. I'm looking for Rick seeing Daryl. I'm looking for Morgan seeing Rick. I'm looking for Carol seeing Morgan. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these ones that are big, long-term dynamics that we have not seen for ages and ages and ages on end. That's why I'm not excited. I don't care about Negan and Maggie finding Daryl and Carol. I don't, because they've recently seen them. And why are we doing this overseas? Like, why cannot we do this in the States, you know? And then you may also say, well, Dan, it is a good idea because Maggie is going to go find Daryl. Maybe she finds out knowledge that Daryl's overseas and she goes to find him. Why the fuck are we writing a plot like that? Seriously? Why are we writing a plot like that? Why can't we just end Daryl in Spain and then go the fuck home? Seriously, why is that so damn difficult to do? I know what they're going to do, and they're making it very obvious at this point. Daryl Dixon is not going to end in Spain. They're going to time skip the show multiple years so that they can line up to where Negan and Maggie find them. I guarantee that's what they're doing. At the end of the Daryl show, Negan and Maggie will be there. 100%. That's 100% what they'll do. And then Dead City will just carry on with Daryl and Carol involved in that show.
Well, Daryl Dixon's like in France or something.
The fuck did you get that? Take a boat.
We're just making fun of this. Yes, I guess.
I'm guaranteeing that's where this is going. And that leads me to my main prediction. I think Dead City's going to go on longer than we expected, y'all. I do. With this news, I actually think it's going to. I think we're going to go longer than 4 seasons with Dead City, which absolutely just, it confuses the hell out of me, truly. I don't understand what they're doing. But I think Daryl and Carol will just go into Dead City. That's what they're doing. And I think that's why they're making them go to France, is so that they can save the Daryl show. They can save it, you know? They're going to save it from its death, you know? Because they wanted more seasons. And that's 100% my theory on this whole situation. I've been saying it over and over and over again. Daryl Dixon was supposed to be more seasons than 4. It was. It was supposed to be more seasons. They'll never tell us that because it makes them look bad, you know, because they probably did shut down the Daryl show. But Gimple's like, well, I got an idea for this. Why don't we just bring Negan and Maggie there? You know what I'm saying? And then we'll just put Daryl and Carol in there. You know what I'm saying? It's goofy shit, man. It really is. I don't know how anybody's not seeing this. Like, seriously, for the people that sit there and say, oh, this is awesome. This is so creative. Let me remind you of good writing for a minute. You want to know good writing? You want to hear about good writing?
In your cars, get your guns. We go in. Kill them all.
Roger that!
The governor shows up to the prison and is ready to take out Rick and his group. Rick says no. Governor sits there and says, all right, I'm going to kill Herschel in this cinematic, absolutely insane sequence. And then you as the viewer are able to get behind the governor's mindset because he has a family to protect too. But he's an evil bastard, so he needs to die. The battle goes down at the prison, the governor kills Herschel, and the governor goes down as a result. Now that's some fucking good writing. Now, let's skip to today, okay? Maggie and Negan are more than likely going to take a boat ride to fucking France to find Daryl and Carol in Spain.
Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid?
Or maybe they'll go back to France too and then they'll all meet up in France. Who fucking knows?
Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid?
And then they will all collectively have a reunion together with no Rick and Morgan overseas. That's not The Walking Dead I used to watch. That's not The Walking Dead I used to watch. You call me crazy all you want. That is not The Walking Dead I used to watch. The Walking Dead I used to watch was a group of survivors that became a found family that were forced to work together due to the situation that they were in. There was no traveling overseas. There was no free boat rides overseas. It was a condensed story with a group of survivors that had to learn to get along, that turned into a family, that ultimately survived together. And it was one show with one plot, and the writing was insanely good in its first 6 seasons. That was The Walking Dead. That was The Walking Dead right there. I don't know what the fuck Gimple is trying to do. I don't know what kind of desperate shit he's trying to hang on to, but that news yesterday genuinely told me that he is doing anything to keep his pay grade. He's doing anything to keep himself going, and it's really, really pathetic. This is not the reunion I asked for. I'm not excited to see Maggie and Negan in France, if that is what this is, because there is a possibility that this is just something else, right? I heard some people saying, oh, well, Dan, it could also be that they're filming in Paris to make it look like New York. Sure, I don't know how you do that, but sure, yeah, you could do that. I don't really understand what the logic is there, but whatever. Yeah, no, this is not Walking Dead to me. This is not Walking Dead. And as a hardcore fan, I call that out. I call out the bullshit. The Walking Dead is not Walking Deading anymore.
Fuck no.
That's how I put it. They need to give us some real Walking Dead, because this is pathetic. So, anyway, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of the Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a straight fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.